Hello everyone. I am going to discuss here the class 10 from biology, the control and coordination. Today our discussion topic is human nervous system. So first I will begin this topic with the unit of nervous system. The unit of nervous system is neuron. As you can see, this is the structure of neuron. Here, this one is the cell body or soma, and this is the nucleus which will control the activity of a neuron. It is having two main processes, otherwise it's normal as an animal cell. The short process dendron, in plural dendrites, the long process axon. It will carry the electrical impulses from the other neurons. It will take, then through axon, from dendron, then through cell body, then through axon. It will forward to the axon terminal, where the synaptic nerves are present that will release the neurotransmitter. Thus, electrical impulses will be carried with the help of the chemicals. Chemicals name like the neurotransmitter like acetylcholine, dopamine, this will work here. This is a myelin sheath, the covering surrounding the axon, neurolemma covering, which is not continuous, rather these nodes named nodes of Ranvier will help to propagate nerve impulses. And this is the myelin sheath. Within this circular structures are the Schwann cell, which helps in the repairing of the neuronal structure. So in human nervous system, it's made up of the unit name is neuron, which is having two main processes, dendron and the axon. So now I will focus what is the nervous system. So, let's divide human nervous system. What is this? This system is made up of nerve tissue, means a neuron cell, which receives the stimuli from the receptors and responds to the effector to adjust the body with the environment. That's nervous system. So, neuron is the structural and functional unit of this nervous system. It is of two types. First, central nervous system. Central nervous system means the brain and the spinal cord, whereas the peripheral nervous system connected with the brain and the spinal cord with the help of the somatic and the autonomic nervous system. Our somatic nervous system is made up of cranial and spinal nerves, and the autonomic is made up of sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system. First, I will focus here nervous system made up of peripheral and central. What do I mean with these terms? Central nervous system right now told made up of brain and spinal cord, whereas peripheral nervous system made up of the autonomic and somatic. Autonomic means sympathetic, parasympathetic. Somatic means the cranial and the spinal nerves. Let's focus this. Autonomic, sympathetic, parasympathetic, whereas brain divided into forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. And somatic means the particular cranial and the spinal nerves and the spinal cord that's connected with the brain. Brain can be further divided in this way: telencephalon, diencephalon, mesencephalon, and the rhombencephalon or hindbrain, which is divided into metencephalon and myelencephalon. First, I will focus. This is the entire structure of the brain. One by one, these many terms are going to be clear to you. So first focus, brain, made up of forebrain, other name prosencephalon, midbrain, other name mesencephalon, hindbrain or the rhombencephalon. Forebrain is having the telencephalon, that means the cerebrum, and the rhyencephalon. Cerebrum is made up of two hollow cerebral hemispheres connected with the corpus callosum. Diencephalon is made up of thalamus and hypothalamus. Apart from this, metathalamus, epithalamus are also present. So telencephalon and diencephalon forms the forebrain part, which one is the largest part of our brain. Midbrain, mesencephalon, smallest part, made up of superior and inferior colliculi. So many parts are present here, like dictum, cerebral peduncle. I am only focusing the most important parts. Hindbrain or rhombencephalon. It is again divided into the metencephalon, myelencephalon, or you can read it out, pons, where from the cranial nerves pass cerebellum, which controls the body balance, and medulla oblongata. So it looks like quite this. Forebrain, you can see, made up of cerebrum, both the cerebral hemisphere joined with this corpus callosum. Here also another center present, rhyencephalon, altogether named the telencephalon. Hypothalamus, thalamus, these are the relay center, the endocrine control center, termed as the diencephalon. So telencephalon, diencephalon forms forebrain. Midbrain, smallest part, superior, inferior colliculi present. It controls your auditory and the visual impacts. I am going to replace this diagram with the hindbrain. Which one is made up of? This hindbrain, pons. Here from 4 pairs of cranial nerves move, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Important function of this cranial nerves. Cerebellum, the control center, medulla oblongata, where the respiratory center, heartbeat center, this reflex action related things also present. So these 3 forms the hindbrain. The cerebellum is having a lobular structure, name is the vermis. Okay, so this is the entire structure of the human brain. Each and every part we need to go through. Ventricles are the cavity within the brain where CSF is present, cerebrospinal fluids. Now I am going to say that this diagram is very important, practice. Now I am going to replace this one. The cerebral hemisphere, those are divided into 4 lobes. Frontal lobe, which controls the voluntary muscle movement, speech output, motor center present here, memory, thinking present here. Parietal lobe, sensory center present, sensation of skin, regulate thought, emotion, your counting ability, concentration power by parietal lobe. Temporal lobe regulates the hearing as auditory center present here. Occipital, responsible for visual information. So in our brain we are having these 4 lobes, especially in the forebrain cerebral hemisphere part. These convolutions are known as the gyri and sulci. More convolution means more neurons, means more intelligence. Into the next part. This is the all total, the nervous system structure. This is the central nervous system, I already discussed. This is the peripheral nervous system. I will start now. Peripheral nervous system, made up of the motor nerves, sensory nerve. Motor nerve, they will carry the information from the brain or spinal cord, and sensory nerves, they will carry first the information from the touch receptor to the brain or the spinal cord. Motor nerves are somatic and autonomic. Somatic already discussed the cranial and the spinal nerves, autonomic, sympathetic and parasympathetic. So what are these? This each and every term is very important, so go through it. Now, somatic nervous system, it controls the voluntary response made up of 12 pairs of cranial nerves, spinal nerves 31 pairs. It's responsible for relaying sensory and motor information between the outside environment and the CNS. Actually, it is continuing your connection with the skin and the skeletal muscle. This is the autonomic nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic means fight or flight response, whereas parasympathetic rest and digest response. Causes the general alertness, sympathetic, and parasympathetic restores the body to a calm or restful state. This is the spinal cord, which is going to be a reflex arc. How does it look? This is the reflex arc, where we can see the stimulus or pin that carries the sensation carried by the sensory neuron, which will follow its pathway through dorsal root ganglion, then through relay neuron and ventral root pathway. It will bring it to the motor neuron. Ultimately, effector muscles will respond. So these are the main components of our nervous system. This is the combined structure where central nervous system and peripheral nervous system how altogether works. And in the below side we can see the structure of the neuron, the unit of the nervous system. Here the afferent neuron will carry the sensory input, efferent neuron will bring that sensation from the brain and spinal cord, which is the part of CNS. Ultimately, efferent neuron can be communicate with the autonomic neurons in this way, or somatic motor neuron, ultimately sympathetic, parasympathetic, all these systems are connected with the central nervous system. In this way, our CNS and PNS together works in case of the human nervous system. Hopefully, this lesson is helpful for you. Thank you all.